Good morning. Happy coffee day. Today, I want to talk to you about somatic therapy. So, when a client comes into my office and they're obviously really elevated, there's something that they cry right away, they're looking very nervous, very twitchy, then that's when I go into somatic therapy. I ask the client, is it all right if we start with some body work? And they usually are relieved because they know that they're kind of elevated. So it might, it will include breathing. So breathing techniques, we move to different chairs. I make sure the light is perfect, a little dim, and there's some nice calming smells in the air always in my office. And we start with some breathing. And then I usually do some sort of meditation depending on what I think the client needs. If I know the client, know the situation, or I can just feel their energy requires some light, or it requires some movement, or requires grounding. So that's another thing. If a client seems really dissociated, so they're very outside of their body, then grounding and calming. And sometimes we need brightness and light because there's depression. So I move through the meditation really just depending on the moment and what the client needs. Another technique in somatic therapy that I do is if there's a lot of grief, a lot of stored grief. So a client came in, was very upset about the death anniversary of someone coming up and, from her family. And there was crying right away. I said, do you want to do some somatic work today? And she said yes. I said, okay, great. So we worked through different body postures, including laying on my nice plush rug with a blanket over top of her and a little bit into like a fetal position, and remembering love, remembering connection to someone who has passed, and letting it out, releasing that tension out of the body. Could include a lot of crying, and that's okay. And moving through the body. And once we did that work, I could see so much release in her nervous system. And then we were able to talk through some different things that were on her mind. So somatic therapy is really important to me in my practice. It also includes sometimes drawing, because the movements of the hand and that visual connection, I know we don't normally call that somatic, but anytime there is a connection to body and mind and calming of the nervous system in order to release tension, release trapped traumas, just being upset, really helps someone be able to get in touch with the things that are bothering them and also move into solution mode, which I think is also really important. It's an important component to my sessions. We have to come up with some momentary, small or large movement. What is it that you can refocus on going forward? I'm not saying everything's fixed, all right? But every session, let's refocus, bring positivity into it, bring a new way to look at yourself, your past, your future, so that there's a little key, a little nugget of brightness that you can focus on for the rest of the week. I just wanted to explain how somatics can be really helpful. Have a great day.